What's up with y'all, man? It's been a minute since I posted a video that ladies know your self worth. That was like a couple years ago. But long story short, I'm back. Um, the reason for me making this video is because I've seen a lot of interesting perspectives on this future and Ciara situation. And usually I don't really get into all that celebrity talk, gossip, whatever, like all that current stuff. I don't really get into it. I don't really think it's too manly, but um, quite a few people have asked me my perspective, or try to pluck my brain on how I felt about the situation, being that I am a father. Um, and they asked me, how have you, like, how does that work? And so I just thought I'd share. These questions have been raised a lot through Instagram and Facebook, and I really um, just feel like sometimes writing things via text, um, whether it be text message, tweeting, Facebook status, Instagram captions, whatever you want to call it, a lot of times people text doesn't have the same effect as as speaking verbally. Um, so I'm gonna just keep it short and sweet, and so I'm gonna start like this, right? First thing I noticed is a lot of women want to say, okay, well, Future cheated on Ciara, he disrespected her, he took another girl out of town, whatever, and so she could have Russell Wilson around because of that. Well, let me back up further than that. I'm gonna say this first. I feel that any man, any parent, I'm not even gonna say man, any parent that fulfills their parental duties, both financially and uh, I would just say relationship wise, I guess, with their kids, as far as being a part of their life on a daily, weekly basis, whatever your situation is while you're co-parenting. Um, as long as you're fulfilling those duties, I feel that each parent, every parent, no matter what your sex is, should have a say in whatever goes down with their child, be it where they go for the summer, what kind of music they're listening to, whose boyfriend, future husband, ex-husband, best friend is around their child. I feel if you do what you're supposed to do as a parent, nobody should be able to tell you what you can or cannot, what you should or should not know about your child off the top, right? I also feel that as a parent that does what I'm supposed to do, um, if I ask or request something as it pertains to knowing something about my child's well-being, it should be respected. And I should respect what the other parent is requesting or asking for, um, if they're fulfilling their parental obligations or duties. So, uh, that being said, um, I've never read or heard anything from Ciara stating that Future is not a good father, does not fulfill his parental duties. So, excuse me, I'm forced to basically side with Future on this. Um, do I see anything wrong with Russell Wilson um, accepting Ciara's baggage, accepting Ciara's whole package? Not at all. I applaud and commend that because before I had my child, I wouldn't talk to a woman who had a kid. I just not something I was interested in. Um, it's just a better man than me. You know what I'm saying? Um, So I applaud him for that. I feel like that's a manly thing to do. Like there's not too many people who are willing to uh and I don't know their situation in depth, so I'll say this very loosely, who will willingly accept all your baggage, no questions asked. Um, so I applaud him for that. At any rate, um, I do feel that maybe it's a little too much. Like I understand you accepting her and what comes with her, but at the same time, you could respect that man's wishes. So I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna jump to another point. And I'm gonna bring everything back full circle, right? So as far as Future, um, I watched his interview on the Breakfast Club. I watched a couple other interviews. Did he go a little below the belt talking about God didn't tell him to wait to sleep with Ciara? That was a little low. That was a little tasteless. I don't think that was the uh, most mature thing one could do. But I will say, when it comes to the point of Charlemagne and them asking him, how he felt about seeing Russell Wilson pushing his child in a stroller, it hit home with me. Not that I've been in that same situation, but I don't know what I would do um, if I saw that. Um, because again, like that's just out of line to me. Like I don't have a problem with you moving on. I don't have a problem with you seeking happiness. I don't have a problem with you getting to know somebody new. But do that on your time. That's what I told my daughter's mother. Like, um, myself included. When I want to entertain women, if I'm learning somebody new, I'm feeling somebody, I do that on my time. That person is not exposed to my child. No matter how I may feel about them or whatever. How many? I mean, let's. I mean, we all adults. I hope. This is who this video is intended for. Um, or a parent, or or mature enough to say, like, to be real about a situation. There's been plenty of times we felt something. We felt like this person was the one, and didn't talk for more than a month. So, what exactly is a feeling? And when does, for me, my daughter is my most prized possession. She means more to me than my life. You know? So, when does a feeling about somebody grant me the right to disregard her mother in every capacity? When Future said, he would prefer that Russell Wilson and him speak or whatever, that's real to me. Because like I said, I told my daughter's mother, man, I don't want to hear none of that. Don't have no man around my kid. I understand you want to move on, you date, but please do that on your time. When she with me, that's your time to go date. I don't. When you walking through the mall with your boyfriend, you and him walk through the mall. She don't need to be there. If you want to go on a date and it's that important, call me. I'll come get her. But please, and this before this year situation even happened. Um, please don't do that. Like that's not cool in my book. And everything I'm asking of you, I will give you the same. Um, because I want to know when you sit down and you decide that you want to move on. I don't have nothing to do with y'all. That's y'all. But what I do care about is that little girl right there, and I want to sit down with this person face to face. You could say one thing and I don't want. You could tell him you don't want him disciplining your child. You could tell him a lot of things, and he may feel that but he might not play that dynamic with me, not even play them type of games with me. Not that he is, but I just want to sit down with him as a man and say, hey, boom, boom, bam. I don't have nothing to do with our relationship. I don't care. I won't even speak of your relationship. I'm here solely so you understand what I'm about and what I'm expecting of you as it pertains to my daughter. That's it. That's all. And once we had that conversation and we shake hands and you tell me that you understand what I'm telling you, be gone. I have nothing else to offer. I have nothing else to say. And I feel that, that's just me and my situation. Um, some people want to say that that means I'm still in love with the baby mom, and Future's still in love with Ciara. He's trying to control her. He's trying to scrutinize. Nah, because where I come from, that really is like a no. Like, you don't do that. You don't just have people around your kids. Like, that's just not go. Now, if you dealing with a man who does not uh add anything, promote anything in your child's life, do anything for your child, support your child, anything, that's a whole nother story. He should, if you don't, you help make the baby, but you don't help take care of it, then you have no say in what I do in my life. And until you want to be a man and step up and rise to the occasion and take care of your responsibility, then I have nothing to offer, or it's going to fall on deaf ears. And a woman too. But if you're involved in your child's life, I know for me, I'm just not going for that. Again, I applaud Russell Wilson. I think he's doing a noble thing. I think it's a beautiful thing. I don't even fault Ciara for moving on. That's not my gripe. I don't have a dog in the fight anyway. I'm just speaking my opinion from my perspective on the situation. But I just feel like, it's a way to do everything. And Future never voiced his opinion, and there's nothing to say. The only reason that we're even speaking of this is because he said, you know what, I really wouldn't want that man around my kid like that, pushing my son in a stroller, and you just decide, hey, you gonna do it anyway. I feel him as a father, as a man. That's not cool. I mean, even as far as I seen a picture today where the little boy was at the training camp in this man's jersey. Now he done already told you. Apparently, he told you publicly that he's not really feeling all that. He'd rather have a conversation with that man before he's around his child. Um, According to his tweets or whatever they're saying, he tweeted afterwards. Apparently, that conversation never happened, and so now you're adding gasoline to a fire. How you just going like, for what? Now it makes me look at Ciara sideways. Like, are you trying to get back at him for the comments that he made about God not telling him to wait to sleep with you? Like, what exactly is going on here? Um, Not that he can't wear a Russell Wilson jersey, but just the whole training camp jersey. That's like, to me, that seems like a reach, like you reaching. Um, but like I say, I don't have a dog in a fight. I'm just speaking um, on my uh, from my view as a man with a child. And then a lot of people say, well, if you weren't ready to, if you didn't have plans of marrying her mother, you can't say what nobody knows. So what about people that were married, that did have plans, that did get married, and tried to be lifetime partners with their ex significant other, and then they got divorced, and then they had and now somebody's getting remarried, and they're saying, hey, I don't want such and such around my kids. They lose all that. They lose the right to know who their child is around because of a breakup, because of a failed marriage, because things fell out of sync. And the part that really confuses me the most is we can cut all the bullshit, right? 99.999% of the women that are speaking on this, if your husband, ex-husband, baby father, whatever you want to call it, right? If I mean, we're not on magazine and stuff, so let me just dumb this down to like layman's terms, right? So your friend is scrolling on Instagram and she runs across a picture of your ex-boyfriend or your child's father, whatever have you, uh Instagram page where he has a picture of him, a female, and this woman is pushing your child in a stroller. Y'all all sitting here talking like that's okay, and he's not. There's going to be no type of consequences for this accident. That's bullshit. And you can sell that to somebody who's gonna buy it, cause that's crazy. Um, God know it just like I know it. Like we can stop the games. Like come on now. But whatever. For me, I just sit back and just I try to keep it real. Try to keep it uh, honest. And from what I've gathered, from what I've seen with my own two eyes, you know, that's not really that's not real. A lot of women and men will lose their mind behind it, man, because it's not cool. And again, I want to be clear, like I don't think there's anything wrong with Ciara moving on. From what I gather from what Future was saying, he doesn't have a problem with her moving on. He just doesn't want somebody he hasn't met around his kid. And that's real. I don't care if he's Russell Wilson. He could be Donald Trump. He could be President Obama. I want to sit down with this man and tell him from my mouth what I'm expecting. Because, I mean, that's how a lot of problems do arise. Like lack of communication where daddy, when I was with mommy and her boyfriend, he plucked me. I don't even pluck you. What's up with you? What's up with him? And then you talking to me, talking like I'm crazy for coming at him some type of way when he don't pay for her daycare. He might help you pay your rent or whatever y'all got going on, but he don't pay for her health care. He don't got nothing to do with none of that. So why he putting his hands on my child? And I don't want you to check it. Because when it was left for you to check it, she would have never been plucked, smacked, sent to timeout. He don't discipline my child at all. You get what I'm saying? And in my opinion, conversations like that can diffuse those situations before they even occur. Um, but that's just my take on it. I'm willing to converse, share perspectives as long as is in a classy, tasteful manner. I'm not really for all the insults being hurled and all that extra sauce. I'm not really feeling all that because we're all grown um, adults. I would hope so. So that's just my view. I can share yours. And, just yeah.